Yes, in areas where and there is a shortage of groundwater, should there be any restrictions on digging bore wells? Why? Today you see, and most of the Telangana region, especially Telangana region, are and then in means Rayalaseema region in the Andhra Pradesh, and means and what I am saying here, dry areas where the irrigation problems, where the lack of rainfall and occurred, and such areas and completely those are getting a lot of a problem for irrigation. Why? And means what is that one? Our most of the population completely depend on 70% of more than 70% of the people completely depend on agriculture. They need irrigation facilities, means water resources. Without water, there is no production from agriculture sector. That's why irrigation facilities are very essential. Then here, then in that, and why the shortage of groundwater? Day to day, most of the and dry areas completely and those are completely depend on either bore wells or open wells. So, and what are the, because there is no alternative resources, there is no important canals in these areas. That's why, and then those are and completely depend on it. Then here and main thing is why the any type of restrictions and why and those are giving some type of restrictions. Yes, most of the farmers are completely and in our country most of the farmers are completely and 30 to 40% of farmers are completely illiterates in our country. That's why, and they thought that, and we are digging one of the borewell in the and in their and field, and they never think about that and a neighbor and farmer. That's why when those are in digging and very in short areas, in the short areas, and then they never get and sufficient water, and both farmers are getting and problem in the future. That's why then mandal in the mandal MRO and those are giving some type of instructions. And what are those? And those are means any type of farmer and those are not and dig any type any and bore well or they never dig and bore well nearer to the end fields. If those are maintain distance, automatically they are getting and good water resources and then at the same time and then those also getting and good irrigation facilities because and they should spend lot of expenses and for the digging of the bore well. So and this is the important thing. Then what is the one here? And most of the farmers are getting problem in the future. At the same time, and then those are not get means large or the most of the and water and they never and get and water resources in the long period from the bore. Right. Next question. In the next question. Can you explain? That of others. Yes. Can you explain the taste of water taken from and some dug wells is sweet, while that of and others is salty? Or brackish. Sir, yeah, and two things are there. Yes, and here means one of the proverb is there. What is that? The groundwater is better than better than surface water. Why the groundwater is better than surface water? The surface water is a flow from one place to another place. The groundwater is a storage water. It is in consists with the different types of minerals. That is very helpful for our health. So the groundwater is very important. Means today and most of the dry areas are upland areas, and then upland areas are completely utilizing the groundwater. Here and then means what will be a water taken from and some dug wells. Yes, and number of wells we are digging, and then either bore wells or open wells, and then the most of the water is completely sweet. Why it will be sweet? Because and then here it is completely consist. The groundwater is completely consist to different types of food and minerals. Right? Maybe and some of the harmful minerals are there, and some and those are helpful and minerals also will be. And here the number of minerals are very helpful to us. And here and then sodium, chlorine, and then some of the means what is that one? And then different types of minerals also will be. But here and some of the important minerals are very helpful for us, and because it is a completely means we are when we are digging the bore wells, the number of layers are there. When we are digging the bore wells, the number of layers are there. In that first layer and some of the soil, and second layer and some hard rock, and then third layer and completely and maybe and some of that one more rock. Then what will be a different types of layers are there. Then we are getting and means what is that one? And pure water and from the ground. Then it is a consist of different types of minerals. So we are getting and what is that one? Mineral and means what is that one? Number of minerals are completely connected with the bore water or groundwater. That's why we are getting and that water is completely sweet. Then and it is a completely connect with mineral resources. So and those are very helpful when we are compared to and other water means the surface water. It is better than means than other resources. And one more important thing is here it is very tasty because and completely it is consists of mineral and resources. Then third one is what is the impact of the presence of excess minerals in the drinking water? Yes, children, this is very important question. What is the impact of presence of excess minerals in the drinking water? Yes, yeah, everywhere polluted. Water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, everywhere pollution means sound pollution also. Today and everywhere we are getting some type of pollution and so and such type of pollution is